I mean, that's still what I want to do. I mean, maybe you want the Scavenging Goose, but then I wouldn't have tapped 3. I just want to take a look. Let's go Vendilion Clique. Just refill it on your cancer from Hearthstone. Ah, he scoops. He does not want me to see the spice. Okay. Okay. Yep. I figured that might be the case. Yes. Okay, so he's kind of like a Thopter Sword variant. Um, okay. Melee Mage can name various sweepers. Thalia's kind of annoying for the opponent. Spell Stutter seems cool. Dungrove seems interesting to me. Finks, Trigon. Um, Other than that, I don't think we need anything from the sideboard. So let's focus on the goods. I think that comes out. That was pretty quick of me to take it out. I think the Zemek is cool. We're also testing this without the Imperial in the future, and I would especially not want it against a deck like this, so maybe we just can't have our fun with that card, and that's fine. We got, you know what? We get to say that we played it for one event, you know? And then that was it. Then it was cut from every version afterward. Forever. So. Oh, Glenn should come in. Yeah. Glenn is good, I think. I think the Meddling Mage is strange. I don't necessarily know what sweepers he might employ. So, like, trying to guess, unless I get a look at his hand with a Vendilion Clique. I could just name Anger, because that's typically what the blue-red decks are running right now. Because it's quick and it's solid. Do you sometimes trim a mana dork in these grindier matches? Navi says run Pack Rat and Feeder. Oh yeah, true, Joe. We got all sorts of fun stuff going on. Joe, good luck at GPLA, by the way, friend. Good luck. I am assuming that you are not going to be the only Tron player there. There will be, that's an assumption that I think you're going to be on Tron. There's going to be a lot of people on Tron, with especially how well that Jeskai deck did last week, right? You still think that Fiend Hunter's a good idea? You like the Fiend Hunter? We can try to squeeze it in. Yeah, the deck would benefit from cash surgences, tutor tweet. I just don't have them. I've borrowed them in the past from people who watch the stream, but I don't have any. 35 seconds. You know what's really terrible in this matchup, but it's hard to get away from it because I decided to build this with so few lands, is the Arbor. It's not so good in this matchup for various reasons. It's like he's going to Liliana me. I think we take out the Predator. No. Let's leave in Predator. Let's take out Pride Mage. Maybe that's wrong, but I don't really want to be sacrificing a threat to deal with Thopter Blade or Thopter Sword. I'd rather just hit him with a Predator. But maybe that's wrong. I had it last week, now I am third. Yeah, Horseman, Joe, you were killing it, man. That was really fun to watch. You were killing it. I watched a lot of the recent modern. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep this hand, but it's got a Spellskite. There's the Dungrove. God, he's so awkward in this deck. We're gonna have to find a different 3-drop that synergizes with the mirrors. It's just not gonna work in this deck, I don't think. I think I still lead Garden. It's like when I only have like maybe like 5 forests that I can search up. How good is the card, you know? Well, it could be a 5/5. It's probably going to be a 4/4 because one of those, I think, was the Arbor. That doesn't count necessarily. This is going to get mana leaked or worse, spell snared. I mean, maybe I just go Fountain, say, go next turn, Misty, and then use Vendilion Clique to kind of get my foot in the door. I don't know. Maybe I'm just supposed to still jam the Spellskite. How successful? I have no idea. We just built the brew tonight, or I was working on it, and then I showed you guys, and then we were talking about some things we could try. He gets shackled. If he shackles the Thalia, though, there's still a Thalia on the table, and his spells are reduced. Now, I think I'm supposed to get my foot in the door with the Vendilion Clique during the draw step. So let's do a draw step stop and do that. Can we handle getting basic here when my hand is a Fiend? No, we can cast the Fiend Hunter. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the Cord very shortly. I don't think I can afford to get the basic island. I think I have to take the shock damage here because if we can't Cord later, that's my bad. That would totally stem from my choice to not get the breeding pool. Let's take a look, see if we can sequence things to get around some of this. I mean, you can take the Vendilion Click for sure. Okay. I think we're more scared of the Anger than we are any of these other tools. I mean, double Shackles is a thing. I've got a Predator, but am I going to get to connect with the Predator? Probably not. Maybe we should have gone with the Kasali Pride Mage after all. Okay. Yeah, I think you definitely want to take the Anger. He can get second red source for the Flooded Strand. So the plan to have a power guy, I could see a 3-drop value guy in that spot, says Joe. Yeah, this could just be like another Kitchen Finks. Yeah, you're probably right, Joe. It could just be another Kitchen Finks. We'll take the Anger as hand as Bolt, Path, second copy of Shackles, Flooded Strand, Desolate Lighthouse. Jeez, okay. It's gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. Okay, well, the Dungrove is a 3/3 here. There's no Anger, it was taken. I mean, there might be another Anger drawn in the future. With this mana, I can grow the Dungrove to a 4-power creature almost immediately. Okay, why don't we get him to tap mana on this Vendilion Clique with the Shackles, and then I can deploy the Dungrove. I mean, like, it doesn't. If he's drawn Mana Lake or Remand, we're not sticking this turn. But maybe I'll get to stick this turn. I mean, we did Geist him last game. That's easily something that he's going to be aware of. And going to try to play around. Okay, so he does take the Vendilion Clique. Okay, now we get to stick the Dungrove. I mean, he's not going to be that small. He is going to be, excuse me, a 3-power creature. I don't know why I'm counting the Fountain. Jesus. We're going to hopefully draw another forest and not feel so bad about running this creature. God, it's awful here. It is so bad. It is so bad here. God. If we're going to continue to run this card, we have to cut the Fountains and I have to buy different shocks, like better shock lands. Like, this has to be second breeding pool. And this would have to be a Temple Garden. And I don't know if we have room for these. Okay, that's fine. I never said that this was going to be cheap on us. Like, when I first conceived building around some chords and some companies. We're borrowing these, thankfully, but this we had to buy. So, this is like 16 tickets. It's like 16 tickets. Just wait to get basic forest here. I think that's all I got left. Like here, I'd like to get like another shockland that's a forest, but I just don't have one. That's unexciting. It's not exciting. Spell Stutter. Okay. Spell Stutter will hit the path. We could go Spell Skite. Let's swing first. So I can go Spell Skite into Stutter? Or do you want to stick to Thalia? I mean, he's made a lot of land drops, so the Thalia is relatively irrelevant at this point. Just run Horn Turtle. Hero of Bladehold's actually an interesting idea, Lucas. We're ramping, so Hero could be strong. You're not wrong. Spell Skite into Spell Stutter Sprite. Think twice? Okay. Let me some Think Twice. Underestimated card. There's a lot of these Jeskai decks that aren't even running it. They're still running the Serum build. I still kind of like Think Twice, but I mean, maybe Modern's a little fast for it right now. It's very possible. Speaking of fast, we're going. I mean, do you think he'll just Shackles the Spell Skite when he gets a shot? When he gets a chance? Feeder. So what would you do here? If he Shackles the Spell Skite, he gets a nice free block on the Elder. Unless I find one more forest. That's so embarrassing. It's not, I mean, it's not the absolute worst, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close to not where you want to be. Okay, so let's say we go Thalia. Let's say you go Thalia here. Chord for Arbor, says DeFreak. Oh, swing and then chord for Arbor? That's a clever idea, actually. Alright, Lighthouse. Thalia, what have you done? What have you done, says J-Bone. What have you done? What's something sweet we could run against Storm instead? Maybe like either Sworn Canonist, Jay? What do you think about either Sworn Canonist, Jay? That's something else I looked into. I think it'd be fine. Yep, Canopy is not a forest. It feels so weird, like chord for... Okay. Chord for Arbor, potentially. Grow the Dungrove. I mean, we're going to die to Bolts, and we're going to die to the Vendilion Click in a second here, though. I mean, we took game 1, though. We did take game 1. Okay, so you're saying attempt a chord for... So chord for 0, grab the Arbor. See where that leads us? Balls McGee says, whoa, Brew's on a company deck? I'm borrowing some companies. And play a set of chords. For at least the night. I don't know how long I'm going to get to borrow these guys. We're borrowing it from somebody who said he wasn't using them, so. Didn't you cut the Arbor, though, says Russell? I did. So we're just screwed. I thought we still had it in there too, guys. You're right, we did cut it. It's not good in these matchups, though. Like, it's debatable whether or not we want one in the deck at all. Because there's a lot more Lightning Bolt flying around. I think... Not just because it's bad here, but also... I don't know, like, we had that board state. It was like win more. It was like a win more situation. Like, we had a board state where we fetched up the Arbor... Not like for like Liliana, that's normally why you have something like this in the 75. Like Bogles will run an Arbor. For example, Elves will run an Arbor, potentially. But, yeah. Awkward, I did cut it to freak. I did. But I forgot that I'd cut it. So when somebody suggested the play, I was like, yeah, let's just do it. Nope, we do not have it. And that means I don't have my Mystic Snake. This is going to hurt. I think we're just dead to the Vendilion Clique. We should also have like left in more Kazali Pride Mages. My assumption was he was going to board out some of his artifacts. It looks like he's just trying to fight the artifact hate. Flashback twice. Okay. Yeah, Russell, I did cut the Arbor. I didn't think about it. It's okay. You don't normally cut lands when... I don't normally cut lands when I sideboard. Yeah, Bolt Face. I mean... it's not a great exchange. Like, you spell stutter, but you go to 6. You spell stutter, but you go to 6. We counter the Bolt, but... we're dead to the Colonnade swing. I could, like, block the Colonnade. Just do a Sprite chump. You mean chump? Did we... I mean, we didn't have enough mana if we wanted to keep it the spell stutter, though, to chord for 2. Or chord for 1, even. But what would a chord for 1 even do for us there? We were trying to get around the Spellskite. Another way to get around the Spellskite would be tutor up the, oof. That's gross. That's game. Or, I mean, no, it's not, but that's going to be game. It's not immediately game, but it is going to be game. Yeah, the Geist would have been a lot better than the Dungrove. The Geist would have been a lot better. Okay, so we can kind of keep going briefly. Because I can go Spike Feeder. Okay, hang on a second. If we Fiend Hunt the Vendilion Click, we die to the Colonnade. I mean, I'm assuming this is Mana Lake or Remand, both of which spell Doom. It might be Feeder instead. I know we've got another Forest. So what about this play? Like, you Fiend Hunt the Spellskite? Or maybe you go after the Vendilion... You go after the Vendilion Click, he'll redirect it to the Spellskite. Assumedly. I'm assuming that's the case. He'll probably do a redirect. Okay. I mean, we're dead to a Colonnade attack unless I Spike Feed. Yes. If I don't Spike Feed, we're just dead to that.